Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to a new video of traveling the world using mostly Google Maps Street View imagery. Today I have something somewhat special to you. We're going to be in Africa again. And to be more precise, we're going to be in Congo. Now, there are two countries with the name Congo in it. One is the Democratic Republic and one is the Republic of Congo, which should not mean that the Republic of Congo is necessarily an undemocratic country. To start off, I brought you a 26-year-old article from the Washington Post titled The Tale of Two Congos. And I'm going to read a little bit of that for you. Where to even start? Under colonial rule, the distinction was simple. This country was part of French Equatorial Africa. The country now ruled by Kabila was the Belgian Congo. But when the two countries won independence in 1960, this former French colony became the Republic of Congo, and the former Belgian one became the Federal Republic of Congo, then changed its name again to the Democratic Republic of Congo in 1964. They tried to avoid confusion by putting the names of their capitals after the country. Congo Brazzaville, Congo Leopoldville later changed to Kinshasa. You will see in a second how Brazzaville and Kinshasa are geographically located to one another. The two cities were founded across the Congo River from each other by competing colonialists in the 1880s, when both France and Belgium sought ports on the lowest navigable stretch of the river, the main route to the riches of the interior. The whole of this country, Congo, with not more than 3 million people, is dwarfed by the 46 million people in the Congo across the river, the Democratic Republic of Congo. Indeed, dwarfed by its capital, Kinshasa, which has 3 million. In Brazzaville, where we are going to be today, 2.5 million, something like this. Here's what I just said. They are democratic Congolese over there, so perhaps that makes us undemocratic Congolese, mused student Gilbert Balossa in Brazzaville's Bakongo district, a stronghold of the political opposition. We are going to check out this city, perhaps a few impressions, how it looks there. I would say again quite an interesting mix of different things, and I think what makes sense here now is that I show you on the map. You see the Democratic Republic of Congo, which, just as the Republic of Congo, consists to a large degree of jungle. It's these kind of jungles where you would find gorillas and all sorts of other things. In fact, the internet is full of stories of what people have found in these jungles, but I leave it that vague for now. And the capitals are just here across the river. There's a ferry connection, but notice that there's no bridge, which in part has to do with the fact that it's actually a mighty river. Even here, at the smallest connection, it's 1.6 kilometers. Widening here at the bigger connection to 3.2. Yes, it's an absolutely gigantic river delta of the Congo River, which I believe just continues all the way, probably somewhere into the sea. And also, as it is so often the case, there's no sort of like overload of street view imagery in African cities, and the imagery that is there is also perhaps not so great, which I guess shows how many of these cities have been neglected in terms of putting them on the map. But what I would like to do is travel this one road here that goes through Brazzaville and just, travel by its water and see what we can find. I mean, look at this, for example. This is from 2023, so relatively recent imagery, and look how blurry or like old it kind of looks. So I really don't know why that is. Maybe they use different cameras. But I would say, without further ado, let's get started. Since this was these countries were French and Belgian colonies, we're going to be driving on the right today. Right. And let's just see what we find. I mean, this is completely blurry. This journey today, I think, might be something around 7 kilometers. So it's not going to be a lot, but I do expect to run into some clicking difficulties. But let's see. By the way, what you do find in many African countries, not only, also in other parts of the world, is that there is some sort of imagery, but it is kind of recorded with a dash cam. So the blue line that you would otherwise see when you pull the little person onto the map is kind of a blue dotted line, which indicates that it wasn't like authorized official Street View imagery, but it was kind of recorded with a dash cam. So you're a bit more limited in terms of what you see. Here we are definitely kind of more at the outskirts of Kinshasa. Oh, look at this color, very vibrant. At the outskirts of Brazzaville. And yeah, I'm really curious. I have no expectations. Now, I know people say this sometimes and they do expect something, but I really don't know what we are going to run into here. It seems as if though we have to travel on the wrong side of the road into the wrong direction. But we are used to that by now, aren't we? I hope you cannot hear my computer so loud. It's absolutely fuming trying to load these images. What's he doing here? That's very dangerous, mate. Very dangerous. Just this picture here could also be South America, couldn't it be? With the kind of painting or graffiti on the wall. There are loads of people sitting by the road, walking on the road. I mean, I guess there's no proper sidewalk in that sense. Well, here is, of course, but a little bit back up the road there wasn't really. And yeah, you have this kind of colonial architecture. Now, I need to check for 1 second if we are actually in the former French part, or if this is the, yeah, it's the French part. So, oopsie, we can say that this is some sort of French architecture. Now it has probably more specific name, which I don't know, but yeah. Here's a bit more of a, perhaps some kind of market situation. This car is so like, it's just replicating itself. Everyone has this car. Alright, this is better. Look, everyone has the same car. It's like some glitch in the map. uh, Imagine you park your car outside of a market. You come out, there's already someone trying to get into your car. You'll be like, no, that's my car. You'll be like, no, that's my car. My car had the damage at the rear. Oh, okay, yeah, it's true. It's your car. Here we could buy some ice cream. No, actually, Airtel. Maybe a SIM card. I do not know. Random colonial architecture standing by the side of the road, which by all means in India or also here always has these curved arches on the outside, whether it's French or it's British, probably also whether it's Belgian or Portuguese. It's really what they like to build in their colonies, the best of their own architecture, or what they considered the best. Yet it also just all looked the same from one another. Like if I wouldn't read that this is a French colony, I'd be not thinking about it. Look at this house. This looks like a nice shop. Photocopy. We will have to apparently go left here. But where? Ah, here. For some reason the car chose to go here. See, that's what I mean. I'm just not able to stay on the road here. Oh, now it works. Like you cannot move as freely. Yeah. But look at these houses. Newly built estates. It's probably by Congolese standards very expensive to move into here. But it looks very, very sort of like, I don't know if that's meaning anything, very African. Something about it, these trees or the colors, the blue sky. Very strong image, huh? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So, we're just traveling down this road towards the river. Or not. By the river of Brazzaville. Wow, the whole area is full of new houses. But these are residential, I would think. And they're also somewhat gated off, which, you know, whether it'll be true or not, always makes me feel like it's a dangerous place to live in. Like, why else would you gate your house if not to protect it from thieves? Another local market. And these two towers there on the left, We have seen them from the very start of this journey. So I guess it's only reasonable to try to understand what they are. Maybe it's these kind of buildings that you have always, on every picture you take in the city, always in the background, but there's no way to actually get there. No matter which street you take, they will always be in the background. Probably some offices, huh? Can we see them on the map? They would be on this side. Well, are they across the river? No, it's too far. Cannot be. Well, anyway then. Let's venture on. Control Technolo Automobile. Something like this. Container left standing there. What I notice is that many things, like, I'm sure, you know, there are many offices here or like little companies, but everything is very nondescript. Like, if you are new in the city, or like you come from a more rural place in Congo and you move to Brazzaville, like, how do you know where anything is? Like, it's just kind of asking around. Oh, I need to go to this office to get my documents. Yeah, okay, well, it's in this street. No, it's actually in this street. But maybe it is actually clear to Congolese people how these things work, but yeah, I would just imagine that this wayfinding would be kind of difficult. Although actually, if you think compared to Lagos, this is almost like a village here. And like, I don't feel particularly that it's buzzing here. Like, it seems sort of like relatively calm for the most part. Especially now that we are getting here to the banks of the mighty, mighty Congo River, where, you know, the city opens up a little bit. Well, it is not a particularly high or dense city, I suppose. At least it doesn't feel this way. I don't have any numbers to back these claims up. But still, of course, as you come to the river, it's going to feel much lighter. And in the background, you see Kinshasa. I don't know if... Well, I would guess so, that democratic Congolese and Congolese people, if that's the right way to name it, are friends and get along well, because, like, as far as I understood, their countries have been split by the colonies, and this has been kind of kept this way. But I don't know, there wouldn't be like fighting against one another, huh? These cities might be sister cities or brother cities, Kinshasa and Brazzaville. Waiting to be picked up, these guys here. Wow. Look at this white Mercedes SUV. I have this sort of feeling that if one person here does make a fortune, they're not going to be shy about displaying it. Like, even a white SUV, which, you know, like, if you were actually, I don't know, in Paris, you wouldn't think about it twice. But it's just here that most cars seem sort of like self-built, or like just a little rundown, let's say. It's already a sight. I really like that sometimes you have these vibrant colors used. Just kind of makes everything so pop. Saying the word pop is not good for the microphone, so I have to turn my head away. because otherwise it's gonna pop. The streets have French names. It's interesting that they didn't go back to name the streets with a local language, which I have to check quickly what that would even be. Kituba, Lingala. Yeah, you know. It's definitely more urban here, and it also seems like shortly after Christmas. Well, it's still January 2023. And they have a snowman here. I doubt that they get any snow. Look at this building, by the way. For the brutalist friends among you, it's quite something, eh? Even... Ah, we do have to go down here. Okay, well then we will see it. Is this even? Looks kind of like an ice cream on the stick, like these kind of ice creams that you can buy in the shop. Are we even ever... Yeah, we're getting close to the water very shortly. But we will have to make a jump. I don't know what the Google car did here, but... Alright. The mighty Congo River. With the 5 million city Kinshasa on the other side. That we... that is here. I would imagine Kinshasa feels already much bigger than Brazzaville, but I really don't know. It's definitely the next video coming. Well, not maybe necessarily the next, but if I do Brazzaville, I should also travel on the riverside of Kinshasa one afternoon. I see an absolutely gigantic bridge in the distance that I'm really interested to get on. Wow. Would really imagine that there would be a kind of bridge, yeah? That's why I was so hesitant to wonder if these two countries are actually on such good terms with one another. Because there's no bridge. Like, wouldn't it be the first thing that you do if the cities are growing to kind of connect them? There's something also about it here on this particular promenade that makes me feel like Brazil. It's the color of the stone somehow, or like, you know. What a mess. Did you hear this? My belly was roaring. It's so confusing. I'm clicking forward, but I'm moving sideways, but I'm also moving forward. Like, what in the world? Take me here, mate. Oh yeah, here we are on this mighty bridge. And there's still some kind of parts of Kinshasa. I guess here would be the city center, a little bit up the river. But yeah, some outskirts that we can see from here. And here's this bridge, which, I don't know, something about this bridge design. You know, when we traveled the Öresund bridge, it had the same sort of like design with these two pillars that connect and these ropes. It always looks so majestic. Absolutely majestic. I have to watch the time closely. Don't want to make it into a super long video. And I mean, I think we are kind of traveled through Brazzaville now. We just kind of see, I guess, what's around the corner. By the river of Brazzaville. So yeah. Well, if you hear this in the background, this is the coffee machine, machining coffee. It's a little bit boring of a road in many ways, but hey, at least we get to see Kinshasa from here a bit better, and this kind of nice looking bus stop. Wow, it looks massive, doesn't it? Oh, it's just laying there on the other side. I don't know if I should find it frightening or calming that, you know, you look out into the river and there's this monster of a city on the other side. A monster, not because it's so bad, but like it's just very big. It would be calming if there was just jungle, like when we went to Manaus, how on one side there's this big city and on the other side it's just jungle. I will hop a little bit forward, just as I like to do sometimes, and just see what we come across here. Another one of these beautiful bus stations. Well, I mean, we can go here. This is the end of the road. That's as far as we could have traveled. And the road is still the same, so I don't think we've missed much. But anyway, our aim was just to give give a first impression of Brazzaville, or what we can see from it using street view imagery. Of course, there are other little parts of the city or like single photo spots that we could go to, but I think for now I've gained an idea, and I'd be curious, as I said, to also go to Kinshasa. You know, these massive cities that are sort of somewhere in Africa, in different countries, some of them like almost in the rainforest, just kind of massive, that there's hardly any access to using Google Street View imagery. Now I'm sure that some people went there, but maybe some of them it's also just too dangerous to go. Maybe some of them are fine to go, but they're so hard to like get a hang on or like to explore them. But of course, there's a true fascination for them. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks very much indeed. I don't know why I said it like this. I see you when I see you. I see you next time. So take care and bye bye.